Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a brief video today. This video is answering the question, why do I think so many VA claims get denied? So if you are interested in this topic, stay tuned. Hello. Welcome to the show. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is just going to be a short little video, and we are talking about the VA claims. This video is about VA claims. I am in a Facebook group with a lot of veterans. It's about 80,000 of us. So we got into a discussion, and the question was, why are so many VA claims denied? And so I want to give you my thoughts on that. Why are so many VA claims denied? I want to give you my thoughts on that. And here I go. It is really three words that explain, for the most part, why a lot of VA claims are denied. And that those three words are lack of information. Lack of information. A lot of times we go in and we fill out our claim. We tell them what's wrong with us. And then we expect them to just give us money. I'm saying us because I am a disabled vet as well. And I'm including myself, although this really wasn't my scenario. But I have talked to countless veterans. I've talked to them about their claims. I've talked to them about the information that they submitted and so on and so forth. I've even talked to veterans who actually sent all the records that the VA needed to give them the rating that they desired and deserved, and they still got denied, and they were pissed. And then the thing about it is, a lot of times you wait forever. You wait forever, and then you still don't get approved, and you are beyond pissed at that point. But the main reason that a lot of claims are not approved is lack of information. The lack of information is this. When a rater has your claim and they need to rate the claim, they have a very short period of time. Now, I have not done the research on this in at least 2 years, but at the time that I did the research, the facilitator has like 45 minutes or so to get the paperwork and stuff put together in a way that the rater can rate. And then they have from 1 to 2 hours, I think, if that, to not only go through all of the information in the medical records to find the proof of what you are requesting, to ensure that it aligns with the Warren's book of VA disabilities, and then rate you appropriately. And then if they can't rate you appropriately, they will rate you where you fit. And then, then from there, they have to give it back to the facilitator for them to write up the paperwork, and then they close the claim. That's 2 hours. And if you are someone who did 20 years active duty, that's a lot of paperwork, especially if you did more than 20 years, then you're probably old, you're probably raggedy, and you probably go to the doctor a lot. So they have to be able to look through all of that. So let's say you are the person who sent in all of your medical records. So everything that they needed was there. They just didn't have the time to look for it. They looked so far, and when they couldn't find what they were looking for, they just rated according to the information that they had. Now, let's say, for instance, you are the person who didn't have a lot of medical records, or maybe you just had the information that you had from the VA, from you seeing a doctor at the VA. Same thing. Number one, yes, you can see a doctor at the VA, and let's say they actually found proof of the condition that you are trying to claim in your records. Not only do they have to have the proof of what you are trying to claim, but they have to also have what's called the nexus. They have to have that thing that connects it to the military, whatever branch of service that you were in, and proof that it happened while you were on active duty, as least as likely that it happened while you are on active duty, as least as likely or not, which is the 50-50, or not likely. So they have to decide where it fits. They have to decide that you have the appropriate proof of the condition, and then they have to give it to you according to where it fits in the WARMS book of list of impairments for them. That's not the exact name, but I know WARMS. If you look up WARMS, you'll find it. Everything that the VA rates you on is in there, and it tells you right down to the condition and the symptoms where you fall. So anybody that is trying to claim something, you should definitely look there first. What most veterans do is they just decide when they get out the military and they go to get their claim done that they want 100%. And I'm going to keep going until I get 100%. They might not even be eligible for the 100, but they feel like they want it. I used to get so tired of hearing people, I'm trying to get my 100%, trying to get my, like, dude, ain't nothing wrong with you. And sometimes that was the case. Now, sometimes it wasn't the case, but a lot of times that was the case, that they didn't necessarily fit in 100. They may have had 70, but they didn't feel like that they fit in the 70. So, that just was aggravating. But for the most part, the reason a lot of VA claims are not completed the way you want them to is because they do not have the time. You cannot leave it up to them to advocate for you. You have to advocate for you. So what do I mean? This is what I mean. To advocate for yourself, you need to make sure that all the proof that they need of your condition is there. So let's say, for instance, you went to sick call while you were on active duty because you used to have problems with your legs. And then here you are several years later, you have really bad arthritis, you can barely walk. Okay, so this is the condition we're going to work through for my example. So what you would need, number one, is whatever the current condition is, you need proof of that in your documentation. So let's say in your medical records from the VA, because you get your medical care at the VA. So you would find that proof, you would actually print it out, you will underline it. If you're going to send them the whole medical records, you need to put a paper clip to where that proof is so they can just get to it. Not that they got to go look for it. You underline what they need to read and you highlight it. So let's say, for instance, now I did one claim and I sent all my medical records because I thought that if I just took those pages that they need and just sent those pages, that it would almost be like whitewashing or redacting information, like that I could be leaving out something that they need. And that's not the case. If you can just send them what they need, that's an ideal situation. And then you could request a quick decision on the claim and go from there. And then what you do is also send them proof, the same documents from your active duty records showing that you had to be seen at the doctor, what you were seen for, and the same thing. Underline, highlight it. And if you have extra papers, make sure you paperclip. Otherwise, just send the pages that have the pertinent information for that particular claim in with it. Don't even send the claim until you got your documentation ready. Send it all in together and request a speedy decision based on the fact that all the information is there. A lot of times, 90 days, you'll be done. Now, what you should do before you send that paperwork in is just make sure that whatever you're asking for, make sure where you fit there so you know where you fit. Another thing you do is do what's called a self-report. Self-reports are primarily something that the Social Security Administration get to where you put in the name of your condition, a brief synopsis of what the condition has to do with, and the name of the condition, the brief synopsis, and then you go into detail about what your symptoms are and how it affects your daily life. It doesn't have to be written in any particular form. Just write it up so that the rater has that information and he can fully understand how this affects you, and then from there he can rate you appropriately. That is how you submit your claim. Whether you do a fast claim or a regular claim, if you put all the information right there that they need, when it gets to the decision phase, and let's say they went ahead and sent you for your CMP, so you got all the stuff you sent in, and then they got the CMP. Once it gets there, boom, it can go right to a rater, let it get rated, and go on about its business. And then it have to sit. Every time they have to ask you for more information, every time they have to rate you based on something they got to wait for, that file has to leave from the facilitator and basically go sit somewhere. So every so often, maybe it might take them 3 months to get back to that group of claims that your stuff is in. And then y'all be mad because it takes forever. You gotta make it easy for them. You have to do that. That is your job because it's your claim. So just want to give you that brief example. That is my 2 cents as to why it takes a while. If you have anything else you'd like me to answer, please put it below. Also, please give me your 2 cents below if you have anything to add. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have not been here before, welcome. If you are new, please subscribe and please like this video and please turn on the notifications. We talk about VA related things here. We talk about personal things for myself, such as me being a woman living with major depressive disorder. And also I do reactions on this channel, reactions to different things. It could be something that I read online or something that I saw here on YouTube, or just something that I heard that I feel like I want to say something about. It's just me living my life. Thank you again. Have a good day.